the life you have right now are the results of your good and bad action that you've made in the past. And you and I know that if you are on a daily basis making bad decisions, your life will be worse than it is right now. So it's better for you to be aware of this psychological trap and then change it. Okay. And then make better decisions in your life so your life can be better. So first thing we have to understand here is understand how this psychological trap or the psychological effect is formed in your mind. Now, on previous video, we talked about how the mind, so that is your mind, how the mind interprets information. So on the previous video, I'm gonna post the link at the top so you can see it. So we talk about how the mind interprets information. What I'm teaching you right now is very important because this is the basic for you to understand later on this psychological trap that you must avoid to make better decisions in your life. So you must understand this basic first. So you must understand how the mind interprets information. Now, there are a lot of information in the world. Okay? So there are a lot of information in your environment. Lot of things that you could focus on. Okay? So through your five senses, you take this information in. Okay? So you can absorb the information that are outside of you. Okay? So whenever your brain is going to absorb information through the five senses, it must provide meaning to the information. And like we talked about last time, the facts itself does not mean anything unless the meaning you assign to it. Okay? What the brain says is the meaning assigned. Okay? So you provide a meaning to the fact. Now, there is a track here that your brain is using for you to make unconsciously bad decision in your life that is affecting the choices that you're making. Now, whenever the brain is absorbing the information, it provides meaning. Okay? Now, there is one thing that you have to understand, and it's from the law of polarity. Okay, this is one of the law or one of the principle from the Kabbalah. Okay, the Hermetic side of the philosophy. There are two sides of a fact. We have the positive side and we have the negative side. Now, the positive side and the negative side are always available, but you always get the one that you focus on. And what you focus on is going to lead you to take a particular type of action. Okay? So if you focus on the negative side, you're going to experience the negative side. And it's going to be the same. If you focus on the positive side, you're going to experience the positive side. Now, experiencing the positive side does not mean that the negative side is not available. Okay? Or does not exist. Now, the brain play a trick with that. And this is where the trap is located. It's called the frame effect. Now, the frame effect is how the brain interprets the information or how the brain gave meaning to the information provided. Okay? So let's say you're gonna purchase something and you're trying to do a particular type of diet. Okay? So if you see on the information provided to you that this thing has 95% of meat and it has 5% of chemicals. Okay? So, whenever the information that is providing to you, it says that this product has 95% of meat, of organic meat, you're most likely to purchase this product. But by having 95% of organic meat does not mean that it doesn't have the 5% of chemicals, but you're not focusing on that. So if, let's say that the product that they are offering you, if they present you this product has something that have 5% of chemicals, you're most likely not going to buy it. Why? Because this is what you see. Now, there is a thing. You might say, if it still have 95% of meat and 5% of chemicals, why am I I'm not going to buy it? Because the brain does not focus on the numbers. It focuses on the things. Whatever you focus your life in, this is what you are going to experience. If you focus your light on bad thing, you're going to have a bad experience. You're going to have this negative experience. That doesn't mean that the positive experience is not also available, but since you're focusing on the bad side, you're going to experience the bad side. Okay? Now, whenever you're experiencing the bad side, you might not even aware that there's a positive side to it. Okay? So what you must do is use the bad side as a sign that there is also a good side. Because whenever or wherever there is a bad side of thing, there's also a good side of things. But you only experience the one you focus on. Okay? And the one you focus on determines the action you take, determines how you feel. Okay? So if you're always focusing on the bad side of thing, on the bad side of life, you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be stressed out, and you are going to take bad decisions. Okay? So you must use that bad side of life and be aware that there is also a positive side to it, and take action from the positive side. The fact that you only have personal development videos on your For You page does not mean that there is also or there is only personal development videos that exist. Okay? There are a lot of things that exist, but you only get the thing that you focus on, because wherever you focus on, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. Okay? This is what you are going to experience. This is what you're gonna live. Okay? So you must be aware on how you are framing things out. Okay? This is a trick that our brain use for us to make decisions. So you must understand how you're framing things out. So with the same example, that even though they said that they told you in this example that this product has 95% of organic meat, does not mean that the 5% of chemicals is not there. It's just like you're not focusing on it, so you purchase the product. The fact that they are presenting you that this product has 5% of chemicals does not mean that this product also have a 95% of organic meat. So if you only focus on the 5% of chemicals, you will not purchase the product. So the way you see things determines how you take action. And how you take action determines how your life is going to be. Because there are, or the bad side of life and the good side of life, they're always available. Abundance and lack, they're always available. Love and hate, they are always available. You just get the one you focus on. And the one you focus on, the one you provide, the one you focus on, the one you provide your attention, is going to determine how you feel, and is going to determine how you act. Okay? So you must be aware on how you are seeing things, the way they present themselves to you. Okay? So you must use the bad side to know the good side. Okay? I'm gonna give you one last example so you can understand better all these things I was saying, so you can apply them. You can implement them in your life. So let's take that as an example. On Genesis first, I don't remember the verse. It has said, uh, of every tree on the garden, you must freely eat. But of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, you must not eat of this. Okay? So not. Now, consider life itself as the garden. There are a lot of things that is happening in the world. There are good things happening in the world, and there are bad things happening in the world. Now, both of them are always there. Because whenever there is good, there is bad. And whenever there is bad, there is good. So both are always available. Now, the fact that both are always available, that means that you have access to both. Okay? So you can experience a good life or you can experience a bad life. The fact that you are experiencing a good life does not mean that there isn't a bad life. And the fact that you are frustrated, you are experiencing a bad life, does not mean that there isn't a good life. Both are always available. But you experience the one you focus on. By focus, I mean where you put your attention. Okay? So let's say this is your focus. Okay? Where you put your attention. Now, whenever you put your attention in something, you are sharing energy with that thing. And therefore, you are going to experience more of it. Okay? Because you align yourself to it. Even it's unconscious, but you align yourself to it. So if all you focus on life is bad thing, you are going to experience bad thing. And you are going to experience more of it over time. Okay? So the universe by law is going to provide you more of this. Because this is where your focus goes. This is where your attention goes. Okay? Now, remember, you must use the bad thing to know that there is a good thing also available. And you must use the one that is serving you. Okay? The one that can make your life better. So you must always try to focus on the good aspect of life whenever you are being presented by the bad thing. How do you do that? By knowing that whenever or wherever there is a bad thing, there is also a good thing. So you must always try to see the good thing in the bad things, because they are always available. And whenever your focus goes on one of them, you're going to experience it by feeling it, and therefore your action will reflect it. Now, on this example, we have here the example of abundance, for example. It says here, on every tree, you must freely eat. So you have the freedom of abundance. Now, does the freedom of abundance mean that there is no lack? No, there is also the lack. Now it does it based on the quantity, which is every and the, which represent one. But if you focus on the bad thing, you are going to act differently. Okay? So you must always use bad things in your life as fuel to see the good thing. And you must always try to act from the good things by focus on them. Okay? Because whenever you focus on them, you're going to experience them. You're going to feel how it is to live them. And you're going to experience more of them over time. Okay? So use the bad experiences to experience the good things in life. Don't let your mind trick you. Okay? And remember, that is called frame effect. This is how it's called frame effect. It's a psychological effect on how you frame things, how you see and interpret things. If you interpret the fact as a bad thing, you'll experience it as a bad thing. If you interpret the fact as a good thing, you'll experience it as a good thing. So be aware on how your brain is trying to trick you on interpreting or on giving meaning to things. Because the meaning you give to a thing is going to determine how you feel towards that thing, and therefore determines the action you take in life. Okay? So be aware, because the good things are available and the bad things are available. Choose the one that can help you to have a better life.